Hello again and welcome to airgunweb.com. My name is Rick Utzler and I'm glad that you could join us again today. Today we're going to take a look at the Walther Falcon Hunter. This is not the stock Walther Falcon Hunter that you'd pick up at a regular store. This one's been upgraded with the Venturi gas mainspring brought to you by Pyramid Air. This upgrade gives you more consistent velocity and a much faster recoil, which means that the gun is easier to shoot and takes less technique than a standard break barrel rifle. Let's take a look at the gun. The Walther Falcon Hunter comes with a composite mossy oak breakup stock. The stock definitely helps keep the weight down on this rifle, which is a really nice thing because it is fairly heavy and large. Some other features are the front and rear true glow sights. The rear sight is a fully adjustable micro-click sight. It's very sturdy and it's made out of metal, which is nice. The scope, which we'll get to here, is a 3 to 9 by 44 with adjustable objective and a blue illuminated crosshairs. Some things I didn't particularly care for on the scope was the position of the ring. They need to be set back further for proper eye relief. I had a difficult time shooting this rifle from the bench because I wasn't able to position myself correctly. The trigger is not the standard Gammo trigger. It's actually a much nicer trigger, although I think with the Venturi spring it puts a lot of pressure on the sear and therefore it was kind of a stiff pull. It would be curious to see how the trigger reacted with the standard spring. The safety is an automatic safety that can be reset after you disengage it. Here's the other side of the rifle. There's another look at the rear sight and the scope. Again, that scope really needs to sit back further. You can see the hole for the scope stop, so a different set of rings may make all the difference in the world in how this rifle shoots from the bench. That's it. That's our look at the Walther Falcon Hunter with Venturi gas spring. Before we jump into some target practice, I want to look at the velocities in this gun. What really intrigued me most about the Walther Falcon Hunter is it's boasting 1,000 feet per second in a 22. I've seen that a lot on some boxes. I've never really seen it in real life. Let's see what the rifle can do as far as velocities go. The first pellet we're going to look at is the RWS Hobby pellet. This is the pellet I use as a baseline for velocities. Let's take a look. Unlike other break barrel rifles, the recoil on with the Venturi gas spring is very sharp and crisp. It's actually noticeable when you switch between this rifle and a standard spring. As we take a look at the numbers, we came very close to 1,000 feet per second, but didn't actually hit it. Our top number was 995 feet per second. Our low was 978 feet per second. We had an average velocity of 987 feet per second with a difference of 17 feet per second. I know that in different conditions I have shot over 1,000 feet per second with this gun. Maybe because it's cooling down we couldn't just break that barrier. But frankly, 995 feet per second is by far the fastest break barrel I have shot in a 22 by more than 100 feet per second. So it's really, really cruising. When it came to accuracy, one of the things that was nice about this rifle is that it was accurate with a wide variety of pellets. Now, I did have to change the point of impact on the scope for each pellet I chose. The drift was significant between one pellet to another, sometimes 3 and 4 inches. It grouped very well with the different pellets, but you will have to change your scope. Some good pellets that I found were the Gammo Hunters, the Beam & Crow Magnum were also very, very good. When it came to the best pellet, the JSB Diablo Exact Jumbo Express pellets were by far the best pellet. It grouped extremely well. We shot at like 17 yards and 27 yards. The 17-yard grouping is what you're going to be seeing today. The 27-yard groups grouped maybe half an inch. So these are really, really good pellets. The other good thing is that they maintain their accuracy over a very long range. I did some testing all the way out to 70 yards and could easily hit the Pepsi symbol on a tin can at that range with these pellets. That's about an inch and a quarter target. To be able to hit that size target at 70 yards with an air gun, it's a very, very good rifle. Let's take a look at some testing. As you can see from this 5-shot group that we shot at 17 yards, this gun can definitely shoot accurately. Unfortunately, I managed to pull one of the shots, but that was definitely me and not the rifle. This is one very, very impressive gun. After a small scope adjustment, I decided to go ahead and shoot another 5-shot group. This time I unfortunately pulled the 4th shot. But as you can see, this is a very, very accurate rifle. I'm very confident that this will be a real favorite amongst a lot of hunters. Before we wrap up this review, I want to take a minute and do some velocity testing on those JSB pellets, just so you can get an idea what kind of velocities you can expect. Let's take a look at our speeds. We had a high velocity of 894 feet per second, a low of 878 feet per second, an average velocity of 885 feet per second, with a spread of 16 feet per second. We're going to wrap up this review. Again, this is the Walther Falcon Hunter, brought to us by Pyramid Air. They installed the Venturi gas mainspring, which I can only believe made a big difference in this gun. It shoots very accurately, it hits extremely hard. Velocities were above any other break barrel I've ever tested in a 22. I was able to achieve 1,000 feet per second with some lightweight pellets. On average, with an average pellet, you're going to see 900 feet per second velocities, and in a 22 break barrel, that is really, really moving. A lot of guns may claim that velocity. To actually get the chance to shoot one, it is really, really exciting. I would feel very confident using this gun for small game hunting, or obviously target practice. One thing I want to mention is the Venturi gas spring is very difficult to cock. I don't have a really accurate way of testing it, but the generic way is to put it on a bathroom scale and try and cock the rifle. When I did, it registered between 50 and 60 pounds of force needed to cock this rifle. It's not something you're going to want to shoot all day. One good thing about the Venturi gas spring is that you can leave it cocked and not worry about wearing out the spring. So if you're a hunter, this may be the exact model you want to take into the woods with you. You know that you can be able to hit your target, and you can leave it cocked and walk around and feel confident you're not wearing out your spring prematurely. My name is Rick Utzler, and I appreciate you all being with us here again today. Remember the guys over at Pyramid Air, they've been really good to us with providing these type of review products, and they've offered to send us some more. So the next time you need to buy supplies or you're looking to buy your next air gun, look up the guys at Pyramid Air, www.pyramidair.com. Again, my name is Rick Utzler, and thanks for joining us today.